If you are trying to learn about football, this is the video for you. I'm going to be breaking down football to the bare minimum. And by the end of this video, whether you're watching it because maybe your son's playing football, your family watches football, and you're trying to get in on the fun, whatever it is, by the end of this video, you'll be able to turn on a football game and be able to understand enough of it to be able to get invested. If you found this channel and you already know about football and you're just looking for a good old football podcast, after the draft, April 25th, that's when we could start doing all the fun stuff. If you're new to football, I'm still going to have more educational stuff before the draft. But for now, we are getting into this. This is Football 101 with me, Jacob the GOAT, Goat Stack Productions. Let's get it. All right, y'all. Football 101, like I said, we got a good old PowerPoint. It's the easiest way to give y'all information. So let's get into this. As how is this going down? Like I said, bare minimum only, just so you generally understand what's going on so you don't feel completely lost. You'll naturally pick up on stuff as you watch football games. That's just how it goes. While I'm explaining stuff, you're probably going to have a very valid, very understandable question because some things aren't super clear cut in football. And there are always exceptions to general rules. If you have one of those questions, leave it in the comments because I can just respond to you down there. If it's a question that maybe deserves a little bit more of an in-depth look, I can just make a video about it. So if you're confused about something, leave a comment. I'll do my best to clarify any questions you have. But let's get into this. History of football. No one actually cares. This will not impact your viewing experience. If someone quizzes you about the history of football, just call them old and move on with your life. All right, for the basics. So there's two teams. One is on offense, which is the team that has the ball. The other team is on defense. And then they alternate sides as the game goes on. The game is 4 quarters, 15 minutes each quarter. The game starts with a kickoff, and at the end of the second quarter marks halftime. So then there's a break, there's a halftime break, and then the third quarter starts with another kickoff. If you're unsure what a kickoff is, this video up here is a kickoff. See, this team kicks the ball. It's going to look a little different next year, but this is the gist of it. Team kicks the ball off to the other team, and the other team can return it. That's really it. That's kickoff. It's pretty straightforward. I said the team on offense has the ball. They try to score with the ball by running with it or passing the ball and catching it. And they're trying to get to the end zone, which is, you can see right here, this big area is the end zone. I'm going to play this video. So here's offense running the ball. Anytime they move the ball forward, they, make progress down the field until they reach the end zone. And boom, that's a rushing touchdown. You can also pass the ball to move the ball forward, like here. Passer, he throws it. The receiver catches it. He's in the end zone. It's a touchdown. And while the offense is doing all that, the defense is just doing whatever they can to stop them. After a team scores, they kick off to the other team, and that's how they alternate. That's how they alternate sides. The team with the most points wins. The game goes to overtime if it's tied at the end of the fourth quarter. And that's it. That's the basics. This is the gist of football. If you can at least grasp the idea of the teams switching sides and one team's playing offense, one team's playing defense, that's kind of enough. But yeah, this is really the gist of it right here. Just some quick lingo. If you hear someone talk about the gridiron, the field, the turf, the grass, that's just the football field. The rock, the pigskin, that's just the football. The line of scrimmage, also known as the LOS, that's whatever yard line the ball is at the start of the play. You'll hear things like behind the line of scrimmage or past the line of scrimmage. The line of scrimmage is just wherever the ball was at the start of the play. You'll hear O used as a prefix. It just refers to the offense. D as a prefix refers to the defense. A flag or a foul is a penalty. I'll probably make a video going over penalties because some of them are very ambiguous and confusing. A penalty is a movement in the game that is illegal for one reason or another, whether it be unfair, cheating, unnecessary, unsportsmanlike, anything like that. It's going to be a penalty. Like I said, it's pretty ambiguous, But when you're watching the game, it'll make more sense when you see what kind of things actually get called for as a penalty. And then the huddle. Both teams do this on the field after a play to get ready for the next play. So here's an offensive huddle right here. And then the defense will also be huddled on the other side of the field. This is what it looks like when people say get in the huddle. Scoring. So talked a little bit about it. But a touchdown is when someone with possession of the ball goes in the end zone. That is 6 points. And then after the touchdown, teams can opt to kick the ball for 1 extra point. When a kicker kicks the ball. So as you can see right here, the kicker is kicking the ball. You see the team, the Cowboys, have 6 points. The Cowboys have 6 points. They just scored a touchdown, and now they're kicking an extra point. And this kicker missed. So here he goes again. They have 12 points. They scored another touchdown. Here comes the kicker for the extra point. He misses again. Ideally, the kicker will make those. And then your team will go up from 6 points to 7, and then 7 points to 13 after scoring another touchdown, and then 13 to 14 after the extra point. The team can also try to go for a 2-point conversion. This is when the offense that just scored goes back out to try to get in the end zone again. Except instead of getting 1 point like they would for an extra point, they would get 2 points. You see down here, they start much closer to the end zone when they do a 2-point conversion as opposed to an extra point. It's just because having to score in this fashion, like through a regular offensive play, is harder than just kicking it. And a field goal, so when a kicker kicks the ball, but it's not during an extra point. So a team could opt to kick the ball like this when they haven't scored a touchdown, and that'll give them 3 points. And then there's a very rare occurrence of a thing called the safety, where the defense tackles the offense in the other end zone. So, like right here, the offense is trying to score into this end zone. A safety is when the defense tackles a ball carrier in the other end zone on the other end of the field. So, touchdown is 6 points. Extra point is 1. 2-point conversion is obviously 2. A field goal is 3. And a safety is also 2. I don't know if I mentioned that. Safety is 2 points. All right, so this is probably one of the most confusing parts of football. What does 1st and 10 mean? I've heard this question a lot. I'll do my best to break it down for you in the simplest, most basic terms. But if you're still confused about this, don't worry. If you can kind of get the concept, it'll make sense when you're watching the game. So basically, an offense is given 4 plays/downs to get a certain amount of yards. If they do not gain that amount of yards, they will concede possession of the ball to the defense. So in those if in those 4 plays they don't gain that amount of yards, the other team gains possession of the ball. If the offense does gain that amount of yards within that amount of plays, then they get another set of downs to work with. Just bear with me. We're going to walk through this. Hopefully it'll make more sense. So offenses start with 1st and 10. The first in 1st and 10 represents the down. It's the first down out of their 4. And the 10 represents how many yards the offense needs in order to get another first down. All right, so let's walk through what that means on the field over here. Let's say for this example that the team is starting at the 30-yard line right here. Here's line of scrimmage. It'll show up blue on screen during the game. And they're at 1st and 10. 1st and 10. So they need to go 10 yards to the 40 to get another first down. On TV, that first down line, the first down marker is going to be yellow. I'm just using green. So from 1st and 10, the team gains 6 yards on first down. So now they're right here. Now it's 2nd and 4. It's second down. They used one of their downs to gain 6 yards. Now they need to gain 4 more yards to get back to first and 10. Now, on second and 4, the team loses 8 yards. So now they used their second down and they lost 8. So now it's third down and they go back 8 yards. And now they're back here. Now it's third and 12. It's third down and they need 12 yards to go back to first and 10. Now, let's say the team gained 17 yards on third and 12. So they're going from here, they're going up 15 yards. Now, or they went up 17 yards, now they're up here. They have passed the first down marker, this long green line, they've passed it. They've gone from third and 12 to first and 10 because through 3 plays, they eventually got 10 yards. So even though they went forward and then back and then forward, eventually they reached that number. They reached that second number in yards. At first, they needed 10 yards to get that first down. They gained 6 of them, and they used it down. So it would be second and 4. They lost 8 yards on that second down. So then they went back to third and 12. So now they're on their third down, and they need to gain at least 12 yards to get a first down. They gained 17. They passed the first down marker, and now it's first and 10. If it's fourth and 1, it is the fourth and final down, and they need 1 yard to get a first down. Fourth and final down means that if they don't get that 1 yard, then they give the ball up to the other team. This is the most complicated thing about football and learning football because there's not really an equivalent to this in any other sport, I feel. So this is definitely something that just feels, it's not super intuitive when you're just looking at it on TV. It just looks like some numbers thrown together. Like I said, if you watch the game, it'll just make more sense when you see a team pass the yellow line, that first down marker, and then they go back to first and 10, and they get what they call a new set of downs, a fresh set of downs. So fourth down, like I said, it means that if the offense does not get however many yards they need for a first down, they will give the ball to the other team. So there's a few things the team can do on fourth down. They could just go for it, try to get the yards to get a first down. If they're in field goal range, which is just the range of however far a team's kicker can kick and make a field goal, most field goals are kicked on fourth down. So a team could opt to just take their 3 points instead of risking going for the yards in the first down and then not getting the yards and turning the ball over. If a team is not in field goal range and they don't want to go for it, they don't want to try to get those yards, they can punt. And a punt is when a person that's not the kicker, just a different person that also kicks, they punt the ball to the other team voluntarily. So what that looks like is this. You see, it's a different kind of formation compared to the kicked, compared to like the field goal and extra point. The punter's back here, boom, kicks it away, and the other team still has an opportunity to return it if they want. They don't have to, and that's a punt. That's really all it is. Like I said, the team can choose to go for it since technically the offense is still in possession of the ball on that fourth down. So if an offensive team fails to convert on fourth down, then the other team will take over on offense from wherever spot that the first team failed at. And that's it. That's it. Those are the basics to football. I just want to give you the bare minimum so that when you're watching football, it's not entirely confusing. You won't fully understand what's going on, but that's okay. As you watch more football and you just start with this foundation, you'll start to be able to just pick up on stuff, pick up on certain patterns, whatever. And you're good to go. I hope you're good to go to just watch football now. Whether you're at a little league game, pee-wee, flag football, college, NFL, whatever. I hope that this is a good start for you for this off season, since pro football doesn't start till September. But I hope this is a good starting point for you. There is more. I do have more planned and more coming, especially before the draft. We can go more in depth on positions. I lightly talked about them here, but I didn't want to overload with terms and lingo. And then we can do some off-season antics, baby. That's the fun stuff. That's where the real discussion is going to come into play, the real podcasting. So I'm excited for that. I hope you stick around for it. Talking player rankings, off-season discussion, predictions for the season, fantasy football. We're doing all of that on this channel. Hit subscribe if you enjoyed this, if you're able to learn something from this, or maybe you're just waiting for the fun stuff. But yeah, I am Jacob, Jacob the GOAT. I'm running Goats Tech Productions. Very excited for the future. I'm very excited to get more videos out. And I hope you stick around. I hope you'll be seeing more of me soon. Peace out.